Alright, hello everybody, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about gypsum. And I just wanted to, start just talking about stuff in the game and, giving some tips, just, every day, or as much as I can. I'm going on vacation next week, so I won't be able to post then. But, yeah, anyway, so gypsum. It's like, basically, one of the main sources of, high gear score watermark farming or whatever now, but it's different. And before you just do elite runs in elite areas. That was pretty much it. But now there's a bunch of different ways to get gypsum, which can be used to make gypsum orbs, which can be used to make gypsum casts. And these casts are basically chests, and when you open them, they'll give you a armor or weapon depending on what you pick, or jewel piece depending on what you picked. So let's say I have a piece of gypsum that I got. I make it, and certain types of gypsum require more. So let's say I have 3 diamond gypsum or whatever, which is how many I need for a diamond gypsum orb or whatever. I make that orb, and then I turn that orb into an ice gauntlet. And I open the cast, and there's an ice gauntlet inside that is higher gear score than it would normally be. And there's a bunch of different ways to get gypsum now, so it's maybe a little bit less mundane than the normal elite runs, like how it used to be. So I actually have a screenshot here. This is all of the ways to get gypsum. So obsidian gypsum, this is basically elite landmarks. You'll get obsidian gypsum. I think you need 3 of it to make an orb. Sapphire gypsum, it's for the final bosses of Lazarus, Instrumentality, and Garden of Genesis. You only need 1 of those to make a orb. Ruby gypsum, found in Outpost Rush caches. This takes 2. Emerald, I believe this takes 1, which is when you're 200 skill in a skill and you go over it now, you gain expertise in these reward containers that you get for going over that a certain amount. You will gain this emerald gypsum. I think it's only I think it's rare, but I'm not sure. I've gotten a couple. But yeah, anyway. Citrine gypsum, found in arena caches. I believe that also only takes 1. Amethyst gypsum, found in breach caches. I actually don't know how many that costs. I should have stayed in town, actually, so I could show you. But Topaz gypsum, this is, you make a potion and kill level 55 plus creatures, and that, at a tier 5 camp, you craft the potion, but you can only craft the potion once per week. I think this takes 10. I'm not exactly sure, though. It might take like 3 or something. And then, but this is only once a week instead of once every 24 hours that you can do it. So, I mean, yeah. The diamond gypsum, if you don't, yeah, just do it once a week. Diamond gypsum, so go for the winter, it's from events, so go to the first trees of light they interact with in settlements during the event, but it's actually the first trees of light during each day. So let's say you do 3 trees a day, and that's 1 gypsum orb per day. It costs 3. So those are all the ways that you can get gypsum. Now I had a few tips for getting gypsum. See if I can rack my brain. Oh yeah, this isn't the only way to get gypsum. If you really wanted to, you could just farm elites. That's totally possible. But if you want to go as fast as you can, then you should do gypsum stuff as well. And you'll probably get some anyway, just from doing what you like to do. Even if it's only 1 thing a day, that's still fine. Also, I really only recommend maining 2 weapons if you want to get everything, if you want to get your gear score up to 600 as fast as possible. Because how gypsum works is you can only go for a certain amount a day. So like if you want to make it so that you're leveling up all your weapons, let's say you just use, you have a good amount of every weapon, good weapon for every weapon, and you just switch between them whatever you feel like that. I wouldn't recommend that because that will take a lot longer to level up all your weapons. because and armor, because you're specializing in everything instead of just one or two things, if that makes any sense, I don't know. But, basically, if you only use 2 weapons, get those to 600, and then maybe use 2 other weapons and get those to 600. That's what I recommend. And if you're doing elite runs and other stuff, you should be slowly gaining expertise in certain things, but not as in, like, certain weapons or armor pieces, but, you know, not as fast as you would have if before the Gypsum update. And is there anything else I wanted to add about Gypsum? I think there was. Yeah, the gear score increases aren't that much, or the expertise increases. So if you come up here, I think before I had 535 was my highest. So that was a 4, and then I got more, a pants upgrade. So that was like a 4 gear score increase. I think this was like, I think it ranges though. I think this was 507. No, this was 509, I believe also. So I think it depends, but it's usually like a 4 or 5 gear score increase. Don't quote me on that though. I could just be wrong. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for me today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this New World talk, I guess. I'll be back tomorrow with a different topic. If you do enjoy these videos, then please leave a like and subscribe, just so I can, you know, get out there and maybe show this to some more people if you find it helpful. But yeah, that'll be it for me today. See you guys on the next video, and have a nice night.